Hi, good morning. Myself Apurva Jyoti. Today we are going to learn about lesson number 9, community in decision making in a tribe. So we all know that we have learned in the last lessons about tribe, right? So what is community then? Group of people belong to one like example tribe. They all come under tribal community. Group of all Hindus comes under community, like that, Muslim community. So now let us go in uh, more about the topic, community in decision making. What is this decision making? Means taking any decisions about regarding any matter, how to live, where to earn, where to stay, like that, taking some opinions on that. So in tribal people community decisions, who will take, what are the decisions on which they discuss and all, we'll learn here. Tribes, societies where all the people are equal. So in the tribes there will be no upper class, lower class, or rich, poor, like that. No differentiation will be there. The society with the people here are all equal, means everyone have equal rights and equal opportunities there. Different kinds of societies who generally live in forest area are called tribes. So different, we all know that there are different types of tribal communities like Erukala and all, right? In the last classes we have learned. So different kinds of societies who are living in the forest, they are called tribes. The people who are living in the forest of different kinds, like Yerukula and some other community will be there, no? They all together called as tribes. Where do they live? They live in the forest. In Telangana, we have tribes such as Chenchus, Kondaredis, Gonds, Koyas, and Savarnas. So these are the different kinds of Telangana tribe who are living. Means the tribal people who are living in Telangana are these, like Chenchus, Kondaredis, Gonds, Koyas, Savaras. Almost all the states in our country have one tribe or the other living in the forest. So all the states of our country which is there, like different states are there, no? Uh, in that state, one or the other type of tribal community will be living in the forest itself. They all have different ways of life, different language, culture, etc. Yes, different state have different language, no? Like that, the people who are staying in different forest of different state, they also have different language, different type of customs they follow, festivals they do different kinds of festival, language they speak in different languages. Why are they called tribes despite these differences? So teacher, we have these differences because we also stay in different states and we also speak different languages, customs, traditions will be different, no teacher, somewhat. Then what is the difference? Why are they called tribes, teacher? Let us see. It is because they share certain common characteristics. What they are? So they share common characteristics. So common things will be few things will be same. It seems. What are they? Let us see. Usually all the members of a tribe consider themselves to be descendants of a common ancestors. So therefore all the members of tribe consider themselves to be each other relatives. So teacher, when comparing to one state tribe and the other state tribe, the people who are living in the forest, they have some common things in between, similarities they have. Then why are they called tribes? Because the members who are in that tribal community, they themselves considered as relatives because they have common features and they feel that we have common ancestors, like forefathers and all are common. Actually they feel like grandparents or great grandparents are related somewhere, like we are relatives. They think themselves like that. They believe that all their resources like land, forest, pastures and water are the common wealth of the entire. So yes, they believe that water, these natural resources like land, forest, pastures, water which are there, no, they feel that these all things belong to these are the commonwealth which belong to everyone. Yes, we do also accept. See, can I say this is my land, you're not going to stay on this land, go away? Can we say that? No, because land, water and all are common resources for everyone. Even tribes can use, we can also use, because that is nature. God gave us equally, right? And not entire tribe and not of individual families or persons. Yes, that's what he's telling. See, it doesn't belong to one family. God did not say that only this family or particular one family property is this, you can use these resources. No, he never said that. It's an entire resource, means it is for all the tribes. Forest is for all the tribes. Therefore, all the members of the tribe can share and use the resources subject to rules they frame together. So, all the tribes which are there, they can share the resources like land, water, or the food items like fruits and all which they are available in the forest. They can share and they can eat. They can use the forest, but there are certain rules made. According to those rules, they have to use. What are the rules, teacher? Means should not cut down the forest or should not exceed the limit, like that. Some rules will be there. They'll sitting together and they'll be discussing the rules and they'll be following, but there will be no rule that this land belongs only to me, I who should only eat the fruits which are grown on this tree, like that. There is no rule. They can share between the tribes and they can eat or they can enjoy that. In tribal communities, there are no acute differences like rich and poor, as everyone has a share in the common resources of the tribe. Yes, as we have discussed, in tribal community there will be no question of rich or poor. So we see that in our common society, we see that they are rich people, these are middle class, we differentiate. But tribal people don't do that. They are all equal for everyone. Tribe, for forest or for tribal people, everyone are equal. No one is rich and poor. There will be no differentiation. They share the resources like common resources like forest, water, land and all in an equal manner. For example, tribal land may be divided equally among all families depending upon the size of the family. In some cases, once in a few years, all land may be redistributed or redivided among the families. In some tribes, all the members may till the soil together and share the produce equally. No one can sell the land given to them, as the entire tribe is considered as the owner of the land. No one can keep more land than they can till or use. So what is this here? Teacher, example they are telling that tribal land which is there. Suppose a land, we all know that tribal people, they divide the land and they'll be doing the cultivation work there, right? But they cannot sell that land to anyone because that land belongs to everyone. So forest, they clear the large tract of land and they make us cultivation, right? They use the land for cultivation, but they are not supposed to sell the land to anyone because forest belong to, that land belong to everyone in the tribe. Just for the purpose of doing work, they'll be dividing and they'll be tilling the land. Tilling in the sense plowing the land, and they'll be doing the cultivation work and all. But depending on the size, the land is depending on the size of the family. Suppose in one family 4 members are there, so based on their family members, land will be divided. Again, if some other family have 5 members, based on the size of the family, land will be divided. Then after few years or like after some next generation, like that, what they do, they may divide the land for their children for doing their work, or else they redistribute, means the land which this one tribe is using for cultivation this year or few years he have done on the land. Next, what he'll do, he'll give that land to someone else and he'll take someone else's land for cultivation, like shifting cultivation they'll be doing. But they cannot sell the land to anyone because that land belongs to the entire tribe, to the entire community there. and no one can take more land than he can till. Means the land which he is able to plow and grow the crop, till that land he can take and use, but beyond that he is not supposed to take, because others should also get the chance, right? So if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.